There's so many things that I think queer people and POC people take, and we are just supposed to act like none of it ever happened. That movement within us allows us to say, no, it's not okay.
This is Queer Faith, Adora LA's video storytelling project. It's a space where we will tell the stories of people on journeys of struggle and faith. Oh yeah, everyone we will interview is also a queer leader of faith, making things even more complicated. Ed, welcome to Queer Faith. Just a little bit about yourself.
I'm a member of Adora LA, which is a queer congregation focused on POC and radical movements in LA. I am a queer person of faith. My pronouns are any and all. Yeah, that's me as far as Ed and faith.
Start off by letting us know how you define queer.
Queer is anything that does not fit society's norm. So my definition of queer is a gigantic umbrella. I think that when we focus on the bigger umbrella, then we start looking for more marginalized people, and then we find like a common bond and we start healing from there.
Tell us what you're excited about around queer POC and faith.
I think that queer POC people are trying to find their space. And normally when we go into these buildings, whether they have a queer flag or not, they're still not the most embracing. A lot of the places just still don't know what it means to be accepting. It doesn't mean like, accept me while I sit and like not participate. I just think that they've done the first step. And I think that that's what these congregations aim at, the acceptance part. But then there's so much work to come with that.
Right.
I also think that there is this moment where we are going to reclaim a space that has always been meant for us. We were never meant to be excluded from it.
Can you tell us what you're struggling with?
What I feel like my calling in faith is to find these people and to assist them in a healing process. To me, the priority is not to get people to like find a church or like be participants of a church. To me, it's more like understand that that hurt that you carry under this name was not really ever supposed to be there. And whether you want to participate in a faith congregation or not, I think it would still be beneficial to oneself to let go of that hurt. And I think that even sometimes I've thought that I've already like healed from most of it. And then I end up being in a religious practice. And then it's like, oh, like I have not been in this in a long time. And then it sometimes triggers things.
You're feeling recovered fully, and all of a sudden something happens when you like go, ouch, like that still hurts. Right there, it still hurts. I'm still recovering and I still have these wounds.
Yeah. And then from there, it's like another healing process, right? And it's all of it to create healing. And I think that that's the wonderful thing.
So much of the queer community, in reaction to being hurt in community and faith community and churches, have focused the majority of their energy in leaving, when really I feel that what is most powerful at times is to be working to reclaim that identity and take it out of the hands of people that are hurting others.
I think a lot of the things, sometimes it's acting on that hurt and also like on a fear, because you can always be hurt again. You have to choose when you are ready, and that's important, and to actually begin the process.
Right.
So there's so much work to be done if we're all going to really see ourselves as equals and as just other human beings.
Because the loving voices sometimes let the hateful voices be the loudest, and that's not right.
People feel safe to like be hateful through the internet, then we are going to feel safe to be loving through the internet. We're over here saying that you have a loving place. Yeah. And I think that the more people that hear that, it's so important.
Can you tell us how you feel encouraged on your journey of faith and struggle?
I think I feel encouraged by just honestly everyone that came before me, everyone that has allowed me to be who I am. So I come from a very religious background, and to have my most religious parent tell me that they are accepting of my faith journey, which is something that I really wouldn't have thought of hearing, like that pushes me forward. Like all of these things I find encouragement in. All of the people, like from as far back as like biblical images, as far as to like Sylvia Rivera, to like Cesar Chavez, like everyone.
Anything else about what encourages you?
I think being able to have a faith community, being able to have people to reach out to when I need it. Like, I think that that is so important, just the community. And wherever you can find that community, you need to just embrace it and snatch it and just be part of it, you know. I think that through community we have so much healing.
Yeah.
And I think that that's why the Bible like encouraged us to gather. So many of us think that we can do it all by our own and we can heal, and we probably can, but do we need to? Absolutely not. You don't have to. There are other people. There are always other people. I don't know. I just hope that this can like reach the people that need to hear it and that they can be encouraged.
What can you share with queer people of color on their journey forward that make the road a little bit easier?
Know that there are people just like you. Know that we're all out here. And I think before I used to be scared, people would ask me things about my faith. I would share part of my faith and I would leave part of my identity. And that's always something that I've had to encounter. I'm just being bold and I'm just saying, I am a queer person of faith that has a gigantic mission with it. People are like, oh, well, what does that mean? Just to know that we are able to have respectful conversations. To me, like the fact that they were able to hear what I said, however they like take it, but I've been able to fully share who I am, and now they know that other people like me exist. So if they ever encounter other people like me, it'll just kind of become normal. We share parts of ourselves, but we don't ever just share ourselves. And to me, it's like I have me wherever, whether it is at a worship lab or whether it is at a paint party or whether it is us just hanging out at a bar, it is me the same, you know? I am an embodiment of Christ. You are an embodiment of Christ. And to me, it's like, of course I am the church. I don't know what part of this body I am, but I always know that I am a part of this body. And it's something that I let people before exclude me of. But I'm like, oh, no, no, no. I said, to me, it's like, you might be the elbow, I'll be the shoulder. Like, you are not keeping me off of this body. You're just DM me.
We love you very much. Love to have you here. Mwah. Thank you for interviewing, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right.
Okay.
Adios.
Bye.